So Lex Fridman had on Kanye West. And this is like, I mean, what a time to get him on your podcast, right? Because this is like right after the whole, he's in the news every single day, massive headlines. He went on Drink Champs and had a anti-Semitic meltdown, and he just can't stop shoving his foot directly in his mouth. So Lex has him on, and look, Kanye can't stop, bro. He cannot stop. It's like every sentence needs to mention Jews. Like, it's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it before. So anyway, got some clips here for you. This one, credit to Mad Scientist Cinema. You could tell they sort of added some stuff to it here. But I got this for you, and I got another clip for you. And you're just getting a little taste of what it was like, because again, he couldn't stop talking about Jews. There's one part where he keeps bringing up George Soros. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if George Soros doesn't even know who Kanye West is. And he acts like George Soros is controlling his life and pulling the puppet strings. And okay, anyway, so let's get a little taste of it here.
All the assholes that fucked you over in the music industry, fuck artists over in the music industry, are individuals. They're not Jews. Can you say
they are Jewish?
It doesn't. They're human with opportunities.
Okay, so Lex is gonna try. It's like he's explaining it to a third grader or a second grader. Like, okay, here's why that's wrong. Here's why you don't say that. Here's why that's incorrect. Sure, maybe a bunch of the people who fucked you over in business, Kanye, happened to be Jewish, but I can show you 4,716 examples of somebody fucking somebody over in business, and they were Christian. They were Protestant. They were Catholic. They were atheist. They were fill in the blank. And there are even many instances of Jewish people getting fucked over in business. So, but Kanye, in classic untreated severe bipolar disorder, he thinks he's paranoid, he thinks the world's against him, and he sees a cabal of elite globalist Jews who are making his life miserable. But again, Lex is trying. Nobody can say Lex is not trying in this podcast to be like,
And they took those opportunities. I don't care if they're Jewish.
Do you feel like I should release that pain and separate it?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're saying I should release that pain and separate it, then I'm telling you should release your pain and separate it, and we could get to the list of how you are a being with engineering opportunities.
That's 100%. I see what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. The pain, I'm going to let it go. Engineering challenges. I get it. One of the problems you highlight is people get fucked over in the music industry and get fucked over in the media, get fucked over all over the place.
They created, there was a Jewish trainer that brought me to the hospital and put in press that I went to the hospital. I know friends that off of exhaustion, a Jewish doctor, they diagnosed me.
Why do you keep saying Jewish?
Because they were, right? Diagnosed me with bipolar disorder and shot me with medication and put me on medication. Then
Kanye, that is helping you. It helped you. That didn't hurt you. That helped you. That helped you. There's a lot of people with severe bipolar disorder who don't want to take their medication, and they are way worse off for it, and everybody around them is way worse off for it. Don't take my word for it. Go, Crystal and I, this is a Crystal Kyle and Friends episode from a while back, but go check it out. We talked to Freddie DeBoer, who's a brilliant guy, phenomenal writer, great thinker, but he has severe bipolar disorder, and he explains how, I'm just insane when I'm off my meds, and I need to be on my meds, even though I don't even like how they make me feel, but I need to do it. And here's Kanye acting like, then there was this Jewish guy who gave me medicine. Ugh, gross. You should write a thank you letter to that guy and maybe break him off a couple G's, dog. What are you talking about?
Put it in the press, and every time, even if I wore the wrong color hat that a is not supposed to wear, right?
Damn.
Then they immediately say he's off of his shit, he's off his meds, he's off his rocker. And
okay, the reason why people say that, Kanye, is because you act erratic. And you act erratic because you are erratic, because you go through phases of mania and then depression. So right now you're in a manic state, which is why you're doing 80,000 podcasts and you can't shut up about the Jews. But then you'll go through a depressed state where you just want to sit at home in the dark and like cry. And by the way, Kanye basically admits this at one point in this podcast where he talks about, yeah, there are times, man, where I'm on my shit and I'm working out and I'm eating well. I'm not having any carbs. I'm taking care of business and I feel amazing. And then there's other times where I say, you know what, man, fuck the rules. I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't even want to do it. So I'll just sit there and drink Hennessy for a week straight. And it's like, you are literally describing exactly what bipolar disorder is. You're showing every single symptom. You think you're so fucking special. You think you're such a genius and you're so brilliant, but you go look up the textbook definition of bipolar disorder and read through the symptoms. You're going to go, that's Kanye, that's Kanye, that's Kanye, that's Kanye, that's Kanye, that's Kanye, that's Kanye.
It's literally used as a scarlet letter control mechanism for the people understand. The kids, the colleges, the high schools, where do you think they put me right now? They put me as the prophet.
Again, this is one of the symptoms of bipolar disorder. You know, when you're going through a manic state, you're euphoric. You do self-aggrandizement. You have an unrealistic view of yourself and your own abilities.
Not the leader. It doesn't have to be the leader, right? Because we need a more intelligent person to be the leader. But at least, right, they put me as the prophet. They put me as the only person that would say this. And I'm just saying that was 4 Jewish members that controlled my voice because for the fact that 90% of black people in entertainment, from sports to music to acting, are in some way tied into Jewish business people, meaning that...
You want to talk about fucked up business people? Is that what you want to talk about, Kanye? Why don't we go look at the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis and Great Recession, which crashed the U.S. economy, led to a downturn in the global economy, and look at the names of all of the criminal, fraudulent, con artist bankers. You're going to find a lot of Christians, bro. Why is that just like, you know, it's confirmation bias. It's like, I think it's the Jews, because in some instances in my life it was Jews, so now I'm going to say, like, all Jews are the problem. I mean, this is comical.
In some way, just like if Ram is sitting next to Obama or Jared sitting next to Trump, there's a Jewish person right there controlling the country, the Jew.
I love this. I love this warped thinking. Well, hold on. What's Obama? Obama's Christian. What's Trump? He's nominally Christian. So the argument isn't, man, there's a fucking Christian conspiracy and the Christians are secretly controlling everything. How do I know? Well, look at the last how many presidents? What is it, like almost all of the presidents are Christian? Seems like there's a Christian conspiracy to fuck the country over, bro, because these presidents aren't really doing a great job, bro. They're really corrupt, and they do a lot of war, and they're kind of evil. But that's not the reason. He's like, no, there's somebody next to him pulling the strings. Somebody next to him is the problem, and they're pulling the strings. Trump on his own was bad enough. Now, do I think Jared was probably a negative influence on him? Of course. Jared's a nepotistic fuck. He's massively corrupt, but it's not because he's Jewish. Unbelievable.
Controlling that who gets the best video or not, controlling what the media says about me.
It's a person, not Jewish. Let me just say one thing.
But they are, though. That's the only thing. It just so happens that they are. It just so happens.
Okay, but here he says it just so happens that they are, but really that's not the argument he makes all the time. The argument he makes all the time is it is because they are Jewish that they're fucking everybody over. And again, so a great point for Lex to make in this situation, and he tries his fucking best dealing with Kanye here, but like I told you guys, you know, I grew up in New Rochelle, New York. It's an area that has all different kinds of people. There's a lot of Jews, a lot of Christians, a lot of black people, a lot of Hispanics. It's a very, very diverse area, right? And so what are my Jewish friends doing now? Well, one of them's a doctor, and he's helping people in an emergency room. How's he fit into your fucking weird-ass global conspiracy? You know, what's another one? Another one works for a sporting company. Okay, how are they to blame? You know, what did they do wrong? Another one is a teacher. Teaching kids Spanish. What'd they do wrong?
That doesn't mean that I hate them.
Yes,
that just means that they are.
But it's a dog whistle. Two, let me just say, as I would love to add more love to the world, I would love you to do that as a person with a big voice, with a big, powerful voice that a lot of people look up to. And when you say Jewish media, it's funny how this world works that way. When you say Jewish media or Jews are controlling the voice of black artists, black people, black artists, when you say that,
am I not allowed to say it out loud?
You can say it. There's a large number of people that are hurting and have anger and even have hate in their heart when they hear Jewish media, that hate starts being directed towards the Jewish people.
Yeah. The problem with mainstream media is not that they're all Jews, because they're fucking not even all Jews. Okay. Anyway, it gets worse.
Is there somebody in your life close to you that you trust enough to call you out on your bullshit? We're all full of shit sometimes.
What's my bullshit?
Well, some of it I pointed out today, but I don't know you deeply enough.
Though? What was the bullshit?
Jewish media, That's
not bullshit. The bullshit is that the Jewish media won't admit.
Your dad was right. Your dad was right. The words you used, you weren't.
I said it. You're not gonna make me say it 800 more times.
I don't know if it resonated because you keep saying like the words.
Did it resonate to y'all that y'all ain't do nothing about it, and that all y'all want to do is have somebody apologize and sweep under the rug your bullshit that you've been doing the whole time? You on the same bullshit as the other people.
Lex is Jewish. So now Lex is part of the, globalist elite cabal conspiracy of Jews running the world. And the only reason he's making an argument to not generalize about all Jews being bad and evil is because he's Jewish. This is what's going on in Kanye's mind right now.
So you're doing the same thing that the other, let's say media, because I'm not allowed to say, has done. So until somebody
Which is what, man?
Is
I'm trying to call you out on your bullshit because I hope I'm somebody you can trust.
I don't fucking trust you.
Well, you should find people in your life you can trust.
Don't tell me what I should do. I'm not one.
Unironically, Lex is 100% right here. One of the reasons why Kanye has gone off the rails is because there's nobody close enough with him that can really keep him on track. His mom passed away. He was super close with his mom. I saw a documentary on Kanye. He's very, very close with his mom. He was with Kim. I think he really trusted Kim, but Kim obviously, for clear reasons, was, fed up and couldn't do it anymore. Now there's nobody near him who's, he's surrounded by yes men. Surrounded by yes men, and he has untreated bipolar disorder. That's like a horrendous mix. And so Lex is 100% right, and Kanye is getting all sensitive about it and in his fifis, and I think it's because he maybe has a sense that there is something to what Lex is saying.
Your BLM marchers.
Listen, I'm with you on the...
What did he... BLM? What is he saying?
You can trust.
I don't fucking trust you.
Well, you should find people in your life you can trust.
Don't tell me what I should do. I'm not one of your BLM marchers.
Listen, I'm with you on the BLM. A lot of organizations use tragedy. And I watched the Candace Owens documentary.
And what was your take on it?
I think it's important to question the mainstream narratives, but I don't agree with it. I still believe that George Floyd died from the knee of the cop.
I love how that's now a controversial position. Because everybody's brain is so fucking poisoned with contrarianism that now, a popular take online is like, actually, bro, it was the fentanyl. Fentanyl killed George Floyd. That's what it was. So wait, let me get this straight. You think the thing that we saw on video with the knee on the back of the neck where dude was screaming for his mommy because he was in so much pain and couldn't breathe, you think that had nothing to do with it? Nothing. Not even just a little bit? Not even that? Because Candace Owens made some shitty documentary? The person who said, bro, if Hitler if he just stayed in Germany and tried to make Germany great again, everything would have been fine with him, bro. Unbelievable. Again, Lex is right.
Not from fentanyl.
And even if that was the case, there's still 50% of black deaths is actually abortion.
Oh my God, man. This dude, he's got boomer brain. What the fuck? He keeps going back to this line too, by the way. 50% of black death is abortion, bro. 50% of black death. Do you have any idea? Have you ever looked at the statistics on abortion and when they occur in this country? Something like 90% happen before 12 weeks. You're including in this number fucking gametes and zygotes and pregestation fetuses, and it's just a totally categorically different thing than fucking murder. Comparing abortion to the Holocaust. Is the morning after pill the Holocaust? Is the pill the Holocaust? When you jack off and nut into some Kleenex, is that, like, that's almost murder. It's manslaughter. It's close. It's close, bro. What are we talking about here? Man, holy shit. He's so off the rails, bro. He's so off the rails. Anyway, listen, go watch the whole podcast. I'm telling you, go watch the whole thing. You know what? Here's your homework. Go watch the entire Lex Fridman Kanye West podcast, and also pull up the definition of bipolar disorder. Pull up the symptoms of bipolar disorder, and have fun, as Kanye manifests literally every single one of them. By the way, he's now lost like every brand deal ever. Foot Locker dropped him. Adidas dropped him. He famously said previously on the Drink Champs podcast, like, I could say anti-Semitic shit, Adidas won't drop me. Well, turns out they did. Even though they perhaps lost billions as a result of it, they may have, Kanye may have had some clause in the contract that he gets paid no matter what, right? Well, now they'd rather pay him and dump him than pay him and keep him, which says a lot. And, people are going to make the argument like, oh, this is cancel culture, bro. But it really is standard business practices. People are not going to want to associate. Imagine if there was some white country singer who came out and just started dropping N-bombs all day and just started going after black people relentlessly. Everybody ever fucked me over in my life's black. Look at the black crime rate, bro. Look at the black crime rate. So high. You're telling me there's no differences here? You're telling me there's no differences between the races? You're telling me there's not a difference in intelligence, bro? If there was some country singer who came out and said all those things, would anybody bat a fucking eyelash if some company they did business with, let's say they had a deal with Coca-Cola, if Coca-Cola was like, we're going to cancel our relationship over here? Everybody would be like, yeah, of course, that's just standard business. You can't go around, taking your dick and balls out and dropping it on people's fucking foreheads and they go, oh, you're going to cancel me, bro? You're going to cancel me over this, bro? How you going to cancel me over this? I'm just dropping my dick and balls on people's foreheads and whatnot, bro. Relax, dog. What are you doing? Ah, man. I sincerely hope he gets help. I really do. Because he clearly needs it. Now, by the way, the mental illness does not excuse the anti-Semitism or cause the anti-Semitism, but the fact that he's totally rudderless at the moment means if you put him in front of the wrong fucking Reddit page or YouTube video and he goes down the rabbit hole, well, that's how you get him having these insane beliefs. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.